Topic is Reserved Officers Training Corps, and we're talking to Colonel Samuel Brown, Jr. and Captain Leslie Cappell, and we're talking about some of the things generally associated with the Reserved Officers Training Corps at Tennessee State University and at Vanderbilt University. You know, Captain Cappell, when we had our break, we were talking about some of the opportunities and some of the scholarships that are available for individuals involved in Naval ROTC at Vanderbilt University. Let's continue that by giving you an opportunity to talk about the curriculum that a person would be faced with once he or she became involved with your program at Vanderbilt University.
As an incoming freshman, we'll spend about 4 days together with all the incoming freshmen, what we call orientation. It's just to give you some common military courtesies, a little bit of drill, basic drill, and also to express the honor code both at the university and the one that the Navy professes, which are similar. They're basically the same. And then we also talk about what the transition is going to be like from high school to college. In high school, many of the things you learned were by rote. In college, people are going to ask you to analyze and think. And we try to bridge that gap so that the transition is smoother for them. Mm-hmm. In the sophomore year, in the freshman year, they'll take an introduction to naval orientation and also history of naval warfare. And the sophomore year, there'll be navigation and a leadership and management course. Mm-hmm. The junior year, they'll go on to weapon systems and further navigation. The senior year will be more weapon systems and leadership and ethics at that point. If you're on a scholarship, each summer you'll go away to summer cruise, get a chance to see what the real Navy's like, and have an opportunity to make better choices. And then by the time you're a senior and you get into what we call service selection, which part of the Navy do you want to go into? Surface, air, subsurface. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's a comprehensive program. Mm-hmm. The key is, I think, in any of these education programs is to be determined that that's what you want before when you're in high school, and apply. Mm-hmm. Never let anybody tell you that you won't make it. Mm-hmm. Apply and let somebody else tell you that. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of opportunity out there in all the services, the Army, Air Force, and the Navy, and the Marine Corps as well.
Very good. Let's follow that up, Colonel Brown, by talking about some of the opportunities and some of the scholarships that are available to students at Tennessee State University as the director of as a professor of aerospace studies at Tennessee State University.
Let me clarify. Although I'm the director of the ROTC program at Tennessee State, we service universities all throughout the Middle Tennessee, i.e. Vanderbilt students, Middle Tennessee State, Western Kentucky, TTU, Lipscomb. They all come to TSU for their Air Force commissions. But we have a lot of scholarships. We have 3.5-year scholarships, which is we call it an enhanced HBCU scholarship. This is a scholarship designed for a minority student, be that student Caucasian attending Tennessee State or African American attending Tennessee State or other university. And the way this scholarship works, if a kid comes into our program, they have to have a 1,000 SAT or a 20 ACT score out of high school and at least a 3.0 grade point average. If they come into the program and they're able to pass the Air Force Officers Qualifying Test, the physical examination that we give them, the physical fitness examination, and all of those things, and if they're able to attain a 265, just a 265 grade point average after that first semester from August to January, then we give them a 3.5-year scholarship. And that 3.5-year scholarship will cover their books, their fees, tuition, and we give them $150 a month stipend. There are other opportunities to get a 3-year scholarship, a 2-year scholarship, and 1-year scholarships. They all, however, depend on your academic excellence. So we look very closely at how well a student is academically, and then we also look for leadership characteristics in the students. But it's like you said, it's a great opportunity. Like Les said, you shouldn't let anyone talk you out of trying to excel. And the thing that we like to stress to these folks is that it gives them an opportunity to put an insurance policy on their education. We don't oftentimes know what the economy will be like when you actually walk across the stage. However, if you're in an ROTC program, you know that once you go into the junior year as a POC, once you get your degree, you're going to have a job, and you're going to have a job making a significant amount of money, and you're going to have significant responsibilities. And these things, to me, are important. And as I said, there are insurance policies on the education.
So as soon as a student who goes through either of the two programs graduate and receive his or her degree, they can almost they could go right down to the recruiting station, and they're in the, well, they're all part of the Navy or whatever. They're already in.
Yeah, once they receive their degree and we commission them, they have a job, you know. And as a matter of fact, they have a job making so much money that banks and insurance companies, they come to us wanting to, you know, let us know what they offer these kids right out of college. I mean, just a great start in life.
You know, Captain Cappell, the relationship between Tennessee State University and Vanderbilt University is indeed a unique relationship. And let's talk about that relationship. How is it that the Navy as well as the Air Force is able to benefit from the relationship between a historical black institution and an historical white institution right across the street from one another in a real sense?
I think of it as a term that we use in the military often as seamless. In other words, or transparent. I don't see a difference. I see it as another university, another academic environment where there's a lot of character in the people that are there, and that's the kind of character that we want leading others in the Navy and the Marine Corps. It's a tremendous responsibility that a young man or woman will have when they first start out in the military. In fact, that's why companies vie for those who choose not to later on to stay in the military. But but in the challenge, there's the excitement. And I guess the challenge for me has always been the exciting part of it. Plus, being an aviator, I've always enjoyed flying off carriers too. But we're looking at all the opportunities that are available to find the right young men and women who want to serve their country, want a very challenging job where they'll have a lot of responsibilities. With that goes accountability. But that also helps build character in the long run. You're very marketable either to stay in the military after that's completed, or to go out in industry and again assume another very responsible position, an accountable position. Industry's looking for those kind of people that take on those challenges. And I think we offer a good background. There's the technical side of what you'll learn in the military. There's the tactical side of what you'll learn in the military. But the key thing is there's always an operator that operates the equipment. It's people. It's dealing with people, being able to communicate with them, being able to not tell them what to do, but get them to do what's right. And that's real leadership, and that's what we're looking for.
Very good. You know, gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the second segment of this show, after which we'll come back and deal with the third and final segment. And we want the two of you to talk about the national need that we have for what you're doing. It's good to offer scholarships and et cetera, but in terms of the national need, exactly where does the ROTC stand? And of course, we'll talk about that as soon as we make our return from this commercial break, and we will be right back with you.